Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to part 3 of the Jazz Improv series. And in this part, we're going to talk about how to become a better improviser, both from the playing standpoint and from a listening standpoint and other tools and methods. So in this first part, we'll talk about, of course, the playing aspect, different methods that you can use, and things of that nature. And then the second half will focus more on like the listening aspect and other methods, obviously. So we're going to get right down to it. From a playing standpoint, when you're constructing a solo or starting a solo off, there are two methods that I like to use to start off my solos. One is repetition, and the other is using space, or not playing many notes. And repetition, the method that I like to approach, or I like to use rather, to approach repetition is what I call 3 and out. And so you basically take a simple idea, it doesn't have to be very complex. You repeat it 3 times, and then on the last time, you're gonna expand upon that idea. So demonstration. This is just over like 4 bars of like a blues, by the way. Or something like that. So very simple. Again, I repeated the same short little idea 3 times, and then on the third time of repeating it, kind of expanded it upon that. And so you can kind of play around with that, especially over a blues. I feel like that's a lot easier to approach. Obviously, if you're playing more of like a standard 32 bar form with more complex chord changes, you could still find a way to use repetition, but of course you're going to have to use it over the proper chord changes. But that's a conversation for another time. It also works very well on ballads too. The second part of that, which is playing with space and not using as many notes, and one of the masters of that, in my honest opinion, is Miles Davis. Miles Davis, especially in his early years, was very big on using space, and I mean that's what set him apart from most trumpet players at that time. You had cats like Dizzy, who could play just flurries of notes. Same with Clifford Brown, same with Lee Morgan, Freddie Hubbard. But here comes Miles, and he could play one note, and it's just as effective as a bajillion notes. So definitely check out Miles for examples of how to play with space. I could demonstrate that, but I'll let the master demonstrate that one for y'all. So definitely check that out. And then another way to help, or I guess work on improvising, is to like limit yourself in terms of like the notes that you can use. So like say we're blowing over a B flat blues, so you can only use like B flat, D flat, E flat. Okay, so I'll demonstrate how to do that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So just something like that. Give you something, because the idea behind that is if you can't make it swing with like 3 notes or less, then you should work on that aspect before you try adding other notes. Essentially, you could take one note and play a chorus with just one note. Demonstration. You know, and that I'm really, just using different rhythms and stuff like that. So when you're using, limited notes or even one note, think rhythmically. And I mean, really, we should be thinking rhythmically anyways when we're, constructing our solos, because rhythm is, I mean, it's big in jazz. So definitely think like a drummer. I think that's a good, good tool to have in your belt as a musician. Like just think rhythmically whenever you're soloing. Um, Another good tool, or I guess not even really a tool, I guess another way to work on soloing is trading with yourself. So like, you're like sing one phrase or sing for 4 bars, play for 4 bars, sing for 4 bars if we're going over a blues. So I'll demonstrate that one. One, two, two, do da boo ba boo 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 ba ba dee dee be da. Boo ba boo ba beep ba ba dee dee bo dee do be boo be da do. Boop be yo dee boo boo ba oo ba oh yo do da dee ba boo ba da ba. Just like that. And really has, musicians and soloists, like you should really like try to incorporate singing into your playing, because again, I said this earlier in one of the other videos, if you're able to sing your ideas, you're definitely going to have a better chance of playing them. So those are, some tools that you could use to help you get better improvising from a playing standpoint, because yeah, the jazz fairy is not gonna come in the middle of the night and just, make you a better soloist. There's definitely work that you have to put in, but I believe that these are some tools that will help you achieve, what you're looking for to achieve in terms of becoming a better soloist. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and be sure to tune in to the second part, because in that part, I'm gonna talk about the listening aspect and some other ways that you can become a better soloist. So thank you for tuning in.